So tell me if this sounds familiar. You've spent hours practicing a new scale or a new arpeggio, but no matter how long you practice it, it seems that it won't stick in your head. This is something that I think a lot of guitarists deal with, and it's something that I wanted to give you a strategy to help kind of alleviate and speed up your progress in this particular area. So, a really, really common one that I find students struggle with is the major scale and figuring out some of its modes. So, once you get your major and minor scales down, I find a lot of my students get this down. They learn the 5 positions, they know the scale shapes for major and minor, and it's awesome. And then it becomes time to do the modes, which use all the same scale shapes. You're just starting and stopping in different places. And I find a lot of my students get that information kind of crossed, because fair enough, it's a lot of information to keep in your head, and it's a lot to try and keep in there, and it can be really, really tricky to kind of figure out a system that works. So I just wanted to share something that works with me, and it's something that I think about whenever I'm kind of trying to either use a mode or use a scale, whatever it is, and it really helps it start to stick in my head, because you start to notice patterns, because the guitar is a pattern-based instrument. So let's say, for example, well, let's just start with the major scale, and then I'll show you in some different examples. But one thing that I always try to think about when I'm going from my starting notes, which is always going to be the root, is I always try to kind of visually see what some of these intervals are. So when you're practicing scales, as tempting as it is to crank the metronome as high as you can possibly hang on and go, that's not really going to help you memorize these shapes in a meaningful way. So you actually have to slow down a little bit. And I know that that is painful, and I know that we hate slowing down and doing this, but it's going to help the information actually stick in your head. So what I like to do whenever I'm working on a new scale, or maybe just brushing the dust off of one that I haven't used in a while, is I make myself very aware of the intervals that I'm playing and where they are in the scale shape. So for example, the major scale, I know that it's just basically a straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I am aware that 1, 2 is here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And then this is where a lot of my students, I think, tune out. But I want you to keep thinking about these intervals in the next octave of the scale as well. So here I'm on 1, this is my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Then it goes back down. I still want to be thinking 7, 6, 5. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm acutely aware of these intervals. Now, obviously, lather, rinse, repeat for the second position. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I kept counting up. Don't do that. Obviously, here it turns back around. 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep doing that in all of your positions so you can start to see the actual layout in the intervals. And this becomes super useful when it's something like, say we wanted to play G Lydian, which is very, very close to the G major scale. There's one key difference in that it has a sharp fourth. And this practice of thinking of the actual intervals you're playing when you practice is going to help speed up this connection. Just because when I do this, if I know that there needs to be a sharp 4, I know that it's here, and I know that it's here, and so I'm thinking about that shape. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And you just want to be so aware of where all of these notes are, because it will actually help you maintain all of this. And then the thing that happens is once you've practiced, say you're practicing Lydian this week, like we're doing here, once you've made yourself acutely aware of, like, if you wanted to apply this over a G major chord, and you know that your G Lydian has that sharp 4, you'll start to actually see where these intervals lie, rather than just kind of guessing. Because this is something that I think us guitarists do a ton, is we practice things in one key and we think, well, because they're all the same, it'll work, but it really doesn't. So there's really no substitute for slowing down a little bit and thinking deeply about this stuff and following these intervals on the actual neck. I know it's not the most fun practice in the world, but it's something that you will get a lot out of, and you will actually start to retain these scale shapes. Rather than if you just go, oh, well, G Lydian's this. I don't really know what notes I'm playing. I'm just playing in G Lydian. That's what the shape says. It's all well and good. Don't do that. Slow down a little bit and actually pay attention. I'm going to give you one more example. Let's say I was doing G, let's say Mixolydian. So that's another one that's very, very similar to my major scale, but the Mixolydian scale has a flat 7th in it. So I am looking for this note. I'm looking for F in all of my positions. So when I go through, I want to be conscious of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing in the next shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, flat 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. It's something that, again, is not super fun to do, and you'll make little mistakes, but I swear to God, if you slow down and you just keep this stuff in your head while you're practicing it, you will start to retain the shapes and positions so much better. Everything that I said can also apply to arpeggio. So if I was doing G major, I might be thinking root, 3rd, 5th, root, 3rd, 5th, root, 5th, 3rd, root, 5th, 3rd, root. Same thing here. Same thing here. Root, 3rd, 5th, root, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, root, 5th, 3rd, 3rd, root, 5th, 3rd, 5th, root. I want to be aware of where the notes are, because when you're aware of this context, rather than just trying to shove shapes onto your guitar neck, you'll actually be able to recognize and understand these shapes, and it'll help you call upon them in real musical situations, as well as keep all of this in your head, rather than just kind of blindly practicing and being confused with why it's not sticking in your head the next day. So anyways, I really hope that that helps, and I hope that you can see the use in this, and that you'll maybe actually do it, because while it is not as fun as playing things as fast as you can, it really will actually yield far more reward than the other approach will. So if you found this useful or interesting, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It truly helps me out more than you could know. If you want to support me and support this channel, I have a link to my Patreon page down below. You can get a week's early access to videos, as well as some other cool behind-the-scenes perks, and it really would help me out and helps me justify all of the time that I pour into the multiple weekly uploads of this channel. If you want to take a guitar lesson with me and have some one-on-one time, I'd absolutely love to work with you. I take all levels and all genres of students. I've been working with a bunch of you guys from YouTube lately, and it's been really fun connecting with people all over the world, so I'd love to work with you. All that information is at the link in the description there as well. And last but not least, I got new videos coming out at least every Monday and every Thursday, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until I do, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you get to have some fun playing the guitar. Thanks.